I read a lot of books in my life, but there is one that really made a change, that completely changed my perception. It arrived in my life when I was really bad. I had a depression. I just broke up with my girlfriend. It was my decision, though I was feeling super shit, because I built my life around this relationship and suddenly I lost my identity. Or what I thought it was my identity. And this book, I don't believe in coincidence, arrived in my life. I don't remember exactly how. This book is The Power of Now from Eckhart Tolle, and it was a revolution. I discovered that we lie to ourselves, that we build a character, sometimes without realizing, was my case. We build a character called ego, and it's a mix between our education, maybe our previous lives, what society wants from us, or what we think society wants from us. And finally, you build an identity. You can think you come from a country, that you have this kind of sexuality, that you're a rich man or poor man. You can believe a whole bunch of things, and this is your personality or your ego, your identity. And many times it makes you suffer, because many identities are victimizing themselves. The book, The Power of Now, is first pointing what is false inside of you. What is false inside of you is suffering. There is also another book called The Power of Your Subconscious, and Joseph Murphy, the author, is explaining that the body is perfect, with no disease. We, as mind, as a spirit, are creating this disease. We, through our thoughts, our repetitive thoughts, our compulsive thoughts that become inner beliefs, we are shaping our world every day, day after day. Eckhart Tolle is explaining he had the same kind of situation. He was a very anxious person, and suddenly his awareness behind the thoughts, the compulsive thought, disidentified to the ego, to the thought. He simply couldn't live with himself. So he was thinking, okay, who is this person that cannot live with himself? Well, awareness, mindfulness, pure consciousness. And he realized that pure consciousness is his true self. And of course, this is so shaking, because we are used to have an identity separated from the others, something that we have to defend against the other. And suddenly you realize your pure consciousness and the other one is exactly the same, and suddenly there is no space between us. We are exactly the same. We just are consciousness that created different characters, and sometimes these characters are fighting to each other. You're rich, I'm poor, we fight. You believe in this one, I believe in the other one, we fight. You're from this football team, I'm from the other one, we fight. Oh, you're from this country, I identify to the other one, we fight. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. And through The Power of Now, this book, I actually discovered the Bible, because Eckhart Tolle is referring to the Bible many times. And unfortunately, the Bible is a bit of an allegory. It's a bit of a mysterious text. It's a bit complicated. There are artifacts around the main core message of Jesus. And I think, thanks to Eckhart Tolle, I'm discovering or rediscovering all the powerful quotes and speeches inside of the Bible. Among all the thoughts that our ego is producing, lots of them refer to the past, our trauma, our bad experiences. And actually this is very tiring, because you are living again and again a situation that is gone for long. And we are also thinking too much of the future. We are afraid of it. We tend to imagine the worst. The pure consciousness, which is our true self, is actually always perfect and always good. In this moment, here, now. And when you focus on the here and now, you realize you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem. The problem always comes from our thoughts, our perception, the way you look at the past, the way you look at the future. Eckhart Tolle is pushing the discovery very far. He's explaining also if you are suffering in your life, for instance from a disease, you can stop to escape from it and look at it. You don't even think about it. You don't even think if this suffering is bad or no. You just look at it. And this way you free yourself from it. This other book I was talking about, The Power of the Subconscious by Joseph Murphy, he's explaining that through the mind, you can cure yourself. For instance, if you have this disease, you can face it and be in the present moment, accept it like Eckhart Tolle suggests. But like Murphy suggests, you can also use positive affirmation. This disease is going to disappear, is disappearing second after second. I am feeling healthy. Fake it till you make it. That's the same idea. And actually that's how we explain miraculous curing. For instance, this woman that went to Lourdes, which is a famous place for Christianity, she was blind, but she believed in Jesus and she believed she could be cured, and she was cured. And the doctors, the scientists couldn't explain it. They could explain it only through the faith, through the joy and the faith she had. She truly believed she can cure. And that's what happened. Nowadays, when I'm feeling bad, sad, or I'm hungry, I'm looking inside to identify the thoughts or the beliefs that are working inside of me. Sometimes in a subconscious level, and they are coming up to the surface. And then I remember that I am not my thoughts. That in my previous life, I was used by them. But now I'm using my thoughts. I'm aware of them, and I'm choosing if I want to believe in them or not. It's very simple. If there are stupid thoughts, toxic thoughts, thoughts of war, thoughts of anger, thoughts of rancor, if these thoughts want to damage myself or others, I don't believe in them. I just let them pass. A thought is a bit like a knife. Finally, you can use it to cook a delicious meal, or you can stab yourself or others. And it can be very painful. There is another sentence that is very powerful from Buddha saying, a man or woman is not what he gets, what he has. He's not even what he is. A man is just what he's thinking day after day. So the power of now has taught me to not identify myself with thoughts, with thinking, to stop having compulsive thoughts, and to use my thoughts properly.